Hey guys, so I just came back from seeing Happy Death Day to You, and jeez, they came out with a sequel quick. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do a review of Alita Battle Angel and the Lego Movie 2. I've just been busy with university work, so if you want my thoughts on those two films, I'll give you them right now. For Alita Battle Angel, I thought it was a very exciting film, you know, in terms of action, and I did think the romance was sweet. The story was alright, but you know, it could have been a little bit more interesting, and I did find the villain to be, you know, a bit one note, and you know, because we barely knew anything about him. I guess they will go more in depth in the sequel they desperately want to do. If I was already a fan of Alita from the graphic novels, I would have enjoyed it more, but yeah, overall I had a good time with it, and the 3D was actually decent, not gonna lie, like the 3D was decent still. But yeah, I do recommend it if you're a fan of anime. I also saw the Lego Movie 2. I like that film as well. You know, it's not as good as the first one, but you know, it was a worthy sequel. It had the same fast-paced animation style, and the voice cast does return as well. You know, it was a fun time, but this film was kind of more of a kids film than it was a family film, if you know what I mean. Because you know, with the first Lego Movie, like adults could enjoy it, but with this one, like there's a lot more childish jokes and like a bit more random, if you know what I mean. But yeah, overall, both of these films I did enjoy. So Happy Death Day to You is the sequel to the 2017 Happy Death Day, and I thought it was a fun little movie, you know, just like the first one. Now, for the first film, it was about this girl called Tree who had a killer after her, and every time she gets killed, the day resets, you know, basically like Groundhog Day. In this film, they kind of switch up a little bit. Basically, in this film, they go for a more scientific and in-depth take on the time loop, you know, that happens. I'm gonna keep it vague, but basically Tree gets stuck in a different timeline, so the film is basically about her trying to get back to her original timeline while also avoiding, you know, another killer who only really acts as someone who's like in the way rather than someone who you want to like figure out who it is. So according to the director and now writer of this series, Christopher Landon, he wanted to make the Happy Death Day series into like a Back to the Future type of thing.
Whoa, this is heavy.
And if you watch the film, you can see that they took some heavy inspiration from Back to the Future 2. That even the music was actually somewhat similar to Back to the Future as well, with the little riffs. Okay, so from what's in this film, it's clear to see that this is no longer a horror comedy, because it's more of a science fiction comedy now. Like, they really do focus more on the comedy than they do the horror aspect. In fact, the only amount of horror in this film is like just a couple chases and a few cliche jump scares. It's a sudden change, but it gives the film a different kind of feel, and I don't really mind it, to be honest. I never really thought the first one was scary at all anyway. With this new science fiction style, we also get like some more characters. Firstly, Fee Vu, who was the guy who just came into the room whenever the day reset in the first film, gets a lot more screen time in this. In fact, for the first 15 minutes, the film is all about him, which was kind of interesting. We also get two new characters. We have Sarah Yarkin as Dre, and we have Sharaj Shamar as Sama, my guy coming back from Life of Pi. It's good to see him in a film again, not gonna lie. With the addition of these characters, it kind of gives the film like a Big Bang Theory kind of feel, which is pretty cool. They basically act as the funny, smart nerds, you know, who want to help Tree out in her situation. And yeah, pretty much all the previous characters from the previous film come back here as well, which is cool. Jessica Roth as Tree. Man, I gotta say, she is the highlight of this series because she really does bring a great sense of charisma and energy to this series. And she even does well in the more dramatic scenes as well. Basically, if you like the first film, you'll most likely enjoy this one too. And vice versa, if you didn't like the first one, you will not like this one. But for me, I enjoyed the first one for what it was. You know, it's nothing great, but it's just a nice film for you to waste your time on. And I just have the exact same feelings for this film too. So yeah, go ahead and give it a watch, though it's not something that, you know, you need to go and see in the cinema or anything. But yeah, that's basically my quick review on Happy Death Day to You. If you enjoyed this quick review, make sure you like, subscribe and hit the bell. Have a good day and God bless.